Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me, Prof. Shamzani, and all the committees. Thank you so much for all the presenters. It's all are all very valuable, actually presentations. It's amazing presentations, amazing informations to share among this session. I hope you are not sleepy since we already reached to the almost the end of the presentations. Anyway, today actually I'm going to share with you a familiar topic to yourselves, especially for the students. Last time we talked about the Ajami work and the Masin artworks, Islamic artworks. So today I'll try to present again the Ajami works for the people who is not involved or see these slides before, and also I add how I try to manage to sustain according to the COVID-19 and the pandemic. Okay, so yes, next. Okay, I think everyone know about Ajami so far, which is Ajami handmade art. Actually, it's based in Syria. It started actually at Umayyad period, and then it's developed in Ottoman period very well. It was the glory of Islamic art at that time. Today, actually, Dr. Harlina said was having discussion with Dr. Shireen about this kind of work. Is it like Syrian work, or how to talk about this kind of works? According to my own assumptions, this is not a Syrian work. This is a Muslim work. This is a Muslim art. Since it's having all the the features of Islamic art, the floral geometrical designs. So we should consider this as Islamic art, not related to the place. Same as batik, for example. If you have batik, they have the Indonesian batik, they have the Malaysian batik, they have different version of batik, but batik is not Malaysian. We cannot say that batik is Malaysian. There is a version of Malaysian, yes. There is a version of Thailand, but it's at the end, it's a batik, it's Islamic art. We can consider it as Islamic art. Same as this Ajami work, actually. Ajami work is kind of, even the word Ajami, actually, if we translate the word Ajami in Arabic, the word Ajami is the non-Arabic. Yeah, so this is Persian. Mostly is we consider Ajami is for Persian, but if you translate, the official translation is the non-Arabic, so well, from the name you should know that this is something adopted, developed, and become well known at the Middle Eastern areas, since the materials are available there at that area. For example, the wood, also the mixtures, and somehow the artisans themselves, they try to develop it to be something similar to any other Islamic arts. Anyway, next. So as you know, this kind of art started from Syria. I hope everyone know where is Syria. Syria is neighbor to Turkey, which is in the Middle East, with the Harir Road, the Silk Road. The Silk Road is in the middle of the Silk Road. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. So this is the place that this art tried to become from. Then it's developed to become in Middle East. And today, later I will show you in the slides. Mostly each in the world, they were supposed to have one room kind of art, because this kind of art is kind of heritage art at the UNESCO, and it's considered as a really glory Islamic art. Okay, next. So let's make it very fast to talk about making Ajami. Next. First of all, actually, you can see from the picture there are several steps that to go through the Ajami artwork, and I'm sure Ajami team of Hikayat Turkey. So I'm sure now they are so masters of this very well. How is the principles of doing this kind of work? What is the value of it? Already put themselves inside this art to produce a very beautiful piece. Okay, so first of all, we should draw the design. Next. As you can see, after you draw the design and you imagine what you want to do next, you need to cut the wood, get the wood ready, try to draw the design. First of all, we draw the design on the tracing paper, and then we do in bit. This is very traditional work. Maybe some people will say like, we can try to use the machines rather than using this kind of technique. It can be used, but the glory and the beauty of this kind of art to use the traditional way. Well, some of the stages maybe machine could help, but not everything. Okay, so after we draw the design, so you can print it if you don't want to draw, and then we do the small pin, small hole, and then after that we use the charcoal powder. We put charcoal powder inside the fabric. Then we apply the charcoal powder on that hole, so the charcoal powder will be dropped. So after the charcoal powder will be dropped on the wood, then you can see that there is a design already on the wood. So at this stage, you can easily apply the nabati, the ajami. Next. So as you can see here, when you have the design already, this ajami art is quite different than the Persian or other art, which is imposed. We have the imposed technique, which is like some bumping reliefs. Okay, so this is the most difficult and secret part for for this kind of art, the mixture of this nabati, the way how they apply it, the way how they are doing it. So this is, if you try to Google in Arab or Middle Eastern publications or researchers, they will always tell you that the nabati is the secret of this kind of art. In my master's last time, I'm sure Dr. Shamzan remember about that. Actually, we already flushed the secret. We already talked about the material. We already talked how to mix it. And I'm sure most of the students here in UAE, alhamdulillah, are able to produce a nabati by themselves without any help from my side. Okay, next. So after we apply the nabati, we try to start with the coloring. First, before we do the coloring, we do the white base, okay, as a foundation. And then after we do the white base of the foundation, we will do basic colors, okay, the major basic colors. And then we will apply the more detailed colors, which is the golden, the silver, and the small colors, okay. So after that, we will do the fine line. Okay, this one really need a very how to say, you need to practice a lot. As artists, how to do the fine line in a very technical and professional way. I hope you guys. What I help actually with the Hikayatul Kirafi piece is to help them with the drawing of this fine line. And hopefully, inshallah, in the future, I can see that the students are able to do this fine line by themselves, inshallah ta'ala, very soon. Okay, next. So this is the stages, as you can see. First of all, basic materials, and then we will add some small details on the materials. At the end, we will do the shadows and the fine lines. Okay. So this is a video. Some of you, I think, know about this video, but let me share with you with the people who didn't see before. So enjoy the video. This is doing this ajami. This is actually this video is just newly happened when I have the latest project. This is the smelly nabati. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Next time, I want to see all IIM students doing that without my guide. Huh? Hopefully, the fine line. Inshallah ta'ala. By the way, Ajami have 2D and 3D technique. Okay, the 2D is very famous in many areas such as Iran, such as Turkey, such as Italy, and many areas. You know, the 3D is not really familiar to other countries. So they try to impose this kind of ajami to that 3D material. So that's why it become very famous and heritage art. It's considered as heritage art. So as you can see here, next, the 2D and the 3D is almost the same. This is the stages. So as you can see, the difference is only the nabati. Okay. So design actually is floral design from the country or from the, from the city itself. Some of the, as we try to do in Hikayat al-Hirafi, we try to bring the Bungaraya flower and try to make a Malay identity with the design, not like, not like Syrian who use the jasmine flower and, the beach flower and this kind of flowers, okay? And also it's considered with the geometrical designs, especially when you want to do the design of the wood and design of the whole piece in general, okay? So this is some of the samples in Islamic art museums over all the world. For example, the first room would be Islamic Art Museum in Berlin. The second one in Shangri-La, Doris Museum, Doris Duke. This is in America, I think in Metropolitan Museum, if I'm not mistaken. This is also a Metropolitan Museum. And this one in Malaysia. Yeah, this is in Islamic Art Museum in Malaysia. There are actually around 25 rooms over all the world, over all the Islamic art museums over all the world. And one of them is in Malaysia. Hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, we can see more in the future within your hands, inshallah ta'ala. So how to sustain this art actually during the pandemic, to be honest with you, was a big challenge for all the artists, I'm sure, especially craftsman industry. But we didn't stop. We tried to produce, since this kind of art supposed to be for rooms, for palaces, but we try to minimize it into, for example, paintings. So as you can see, we can do small paintings, as a gift or something like that, some boxes, some gift. And I'm sure every student able to do this own things now, and which is like, you can be into the craft industry by yourself by doing small, minimal things, until the big project will come, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so we do also some proposals to some other masjids happening. For example, this masjid will be inshallah happening in Japan. If this masjid happening in Japan, promise me I'm gonna do MOU with UIA and I'm gonna invite you students to do the work with me, inshallah ta'ala. Pray for that. Inshallah ta'ala. I hope so. So for sure, lastly, don't forget to know that this kind of knowledge is supposed to be shared. It cannot be stopped. Otherwise this knowledge will be die. So our job and our actually amana to let this knowledge continuous step by step with the workshops, with the trainings, with sharing sessions, same as this session, inshallah ta'ala. So I hope you enjoy my very fast presentation. Thank you so much for inviting me and good luck for everyone. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.